Okay everyone, so I'm clearly still trying to get used to this new setup that I have, so the lighting isn't going to be great for this video or probably the next few, so just bear with me. But today I'm going to be talking about something I haven't talked about in a while on this channel, which is fast food prices and just how ridiculously expensive they have become, because it has never been an easier decision to eat healthy and save money as it has been in 2025. These companies are making it a very easy decision to save money and eat healthier, let me tell you. I haven't been to a fast food place. I haven't had fast food in over a year at this point. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one, and let's look at some of these ridiculous fast food prices.
Look at this. $8.99 coupon for a Whopper for meal for two, May 1st, 2022, and now it's $14.99. That is a huge jump in 2 years, literally 2 years.
Crazy. Yeah, there you go. There's the proof. I haven't been to a Burger King in, I don't even know how long it's been. I must have been like 10 years old or something. And when I first saw this, I thought $8.99 was the price right now, and I thought even that was a lot. It being a meal for two makes it a little bit better, but still for Burger King. But that was in 2022, and now the price is almost doubled to $15. You know, I'm going to sound like an old man when I say this, but I remember when I was a kid, tell me if you guys remember this, Burger King had this deal where you could get a Whopper with one patty for $1. You could get the one with two patties for $2, and you could get the one with three patties for $3. Does anyone else remember this? That was probably around 15 years ago if I had to guess, so it's just crazy how much these prices have outpaced the rate of inflation. This comment says $45 in Canada. Now, I know there is a currency conversion there, but it's not that much of a difference. But then she actually got some pushback for that in the replies. So if you're in Canada, let me know how expensive fast food has gotten in your area in the comments below. But I will tell you guys, of all of the fast food places, Burger King just does not, they do not have that kind of pricing power. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, when was the last time you passed by a Burger King and it was full? Like, never. They're always empty. And this is probably one of the reasons why.
So I just got two footlongs from Subway. $26. $26.
Good God.
$13.50 a piece, bro. Do you remember the days when it was $5 footlong? Like, what, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
That was my childhood, bro. I grew up on the $5 footlong. $26 for two sandwiches? Like, what? What are we doing?
Oh my God.
What are we doing? God, bro. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Y'all better enjoy this bite, because this is legit a $5 bite at these prices, dude.
Yeah, it's insane, man.
Bro, I could get
And, like, it's not even that good either. I haven't been to a Subway. The last time I went was it must have been when I was in high school. Now, I recently came across a video by Established Context on YouTube titled How the $5 Footlong Destroyed Subway. Now, I didn't watch the whole thing, but this guy, he makes great content. If you like the stuff that I put out, you'll like him, so you should definitely check that out. But yeah, that's what people are always going to compare Subway to, is the $5 footlong. That's what people have in their mind when it comes to Subway. It's almost like that ad campaign was too successful. So that means the price of a Subway footlong has more than doubled, almost tripled in the span of, what has it been, like 15 years, which has significantly outpaced the rate of inflation. And honestly, when it comes to Subway, I just feel like there are so many better places you could be getting food, and not even different kinds of food. Like, I'm talking about other sandwich places. I feel like if you're going to spend that much money, why would you go to Subway? And that's what's going to kill these brands, let me tell you, is that back when you could get a burger at McDonald's for like $1 or $1.50, I'm just using McDonald's as an example here, that drives impulse purchases. people don't have to think about making that purchase. These fast food companies, they don't want you to think before you make a decision. But when that burger becomes $5 or $6 and the combos are even more than that, all of a sudden you have to stop and think before you make that purchase. So all these fast food companies are doing, in my view, is just costing themselves sales. But I guess maybe it's more profitable for them to have a lower amount of high-paying customers versus a bunch of low-paying ones. I don't know.
Dog, I seen this on Twitter, and they talking about the price of a motherfucking Mac chicken, bro. A Mac chicken almost $3 for goddamn flavored colored sawdust. Almost $3. And he was like, oh, this was back in 2018. Dude. This was $1. So I said, bro, I do you one, but this had to be a Gen Z or something. Or, cause, bro, when I was in high school, that was 2007, 2010. Because this was a 2018 value menu. The only thing that was $1 was a sausage burrito, the mac chicken, and a cheeseburger.
Look at that.
And a drink. Nah, buddy. Nah, player. Now, this was straight, but this wasn't what I grew up with. See, I used to eat at McDonald's faithfully in high school. Especially once I got a job, nice. Had a little money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? My little $200-$300 check from Raising Cane's. This was the early dollar menu. You had your mac chicken. Well, in Louisiana, we had hot spices. We ain't had no mac chicken.
A double cheeseburger.
You had double cheeseburger, the fry, a salad, a soft drink. You could get 2 apple pie for $1. Cause I used to kill.
Man, we are so far off from these days, and it's honestly so depressing. McDonald's doesn't even have a dollar menu anymore. It's called the value menu. Like, what can you get at McDonald's for $1? Probably like the little tin of apple slices that they give kids. I guess maybe you could get one of those. But anyway, I haven't been to a McDonald's in over a year now. The last time I went to a McDonald's was probably March of last year. And recently I was actually considering going because my roommate had his parents over back in my old place because they were helping him move out. And so it was kind of chaos in the apartment for 2 or 3 days. So there was one night I could either cook for myself and kind of be in the way or just go out and get something cheap and quick. But this goes back to those impulse purchases. It was an impulse purchase, but because of how expensive McDonald's has become, I decided not to do it. I just stayed in and cooked at home. But in talking about this subject, sometimes you'll get comments like this, which I got on the first fast food prices video that I did, which was a long time ago at this point. Stop trying to sound trendy by saying you meal prep. You're just poor. And any video that doesn't address the fact most fast food places expect you to use their apps, which have much lower prices when you use points, and the deal offers shows you didn't actually do any research and aren't equipped to be discussing this topic. So it's okay, guys. Just give McDonald's your data and then you can have cheap prices again. Just give the multi-billion-dollar company, the 9-figure market cap company, your data, and then you'll be fine. You'll be able to enjoy fast food again for, honestly, it's not even that much cheaper with the app compared to what we used to have. Like we just saw in this last video, the old dollar menu, the McDouble was on there or whatever. That McDouble, even on the app, it's like $3.50 or $4 now. It's like, are you kidding me? But anyway. Clearly, McDonald's know what they're doing. Their stock price is up 50% in 5 years. The way you brush that off is insane and also demonstrates you don't know much about the stock market either. Well, it's funny you mentioned the stock because in their most recent quarter, McDonald's actually posted a revenue decline, which for a company like McDonald's in a recessionary environment, that should never happen. That should never be the case. It is plain to see that McDonald's increased their prices way too much. It has outpaced the rate of inflation. It's outpaced every other fast food rival. And so they've taken a key part of their identity, the fact that it is cheap, and they've just kicked it out the window.
Hello, can I get a quarter pounder with cheese and large fries, please? Thank you. I just spent $10 for a quarter pounder and cheese here at McDonald's. What the heck? Let's stop at Burger King. Oh my God. $12? Wow. Thank you much. Expensive Whopper. head home and see how
Yeah,
much cheaper I
seriously.
can make it. I'll grab some buns, some grass-fed beef and cheese, one large russet potato for the fries. Chop that potato up, get it into the oven until the fries are nice and crispy. Slap that burger on the grill, put a piece of cheese on top, and it's time to plate up my own quarter pounder with
All right,
cheese
let's
and
see.
crispy fries. And the homemade version of the quarter pounder and cheese, $3.15, my friends. The McDonald's version is over 300% more expensive. The Burger
is
King one is just
crazy,
about
dude.
400% more expensive. And
Like, at this point, why would you even go to these fast food places when it's so expensive? And when you cook at home like this, you realize that the food, it doesn't even taste good. Like, I've had times where I've made myself a burger at home, and then a few days later, I was out and I needed something quick, and so I went to McDonald's. And the burgers, they're just not good. First of all, the patties are tiny, and they're always going to be cooked well done, whereas at home you could cook it medium or medium rare. I guarantee McDonald's and Burger King taste so much better. I don't know if this is sarcasm or not, but I will tell you right now, no, not at all. Once you learn how to cook for yourself, you realize how much better it tastes when you can control exactly what is going into your food. The whole ethos of these fast food places is that it is cheap and it's not going to kill you. You know exactly what you're going to get, and that it's fast. You can get a burger in like a minute after you order it. Now, none of that is true anymore. It's not cheap, as we've seen this whole time. But also, it's not fast either. The service at these restaurants is worse than it ever has been. And can you really blame these guys? They're making like $8 an hour. Of course, these fast food employees aren't going to care about giving good customer service when they can barely afford their rent.
Yo, tell me why I'm making dinner, right? My roommate comes home and he brings his girlfriend with Five Guys, burgers, and fries. He asked me, how much do you think this was? I guessed $23 or something like that, right? He said no. So I'm like, 30? No. Tell me why to get Five Guys for 2 people,
$41? What?
mind you, I got
That
this
is
nice little
ridiculous,
fish
man.
and potatoes thing going on. I'm about to eat good. It
Yeah, man.
absolutely disgusts me
Yeah.
how Five Guys and a lot of other fast food places are charging these prices these days. Like, are you kidding? Can you even afford to have a girlfriend anymore if you're like a normal dude? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, that's why I like to call them 5 figures burgers and fries, because of how expensive they are. I haven't been to a Five Guys. It's been 3 years. I went in 2022. And back then, it was just like this. You get a double cheeseburger and fries, and you're spending like $20. Like, it's insane, dude. Now, the quality of the food is going to be better than McDonald's and Burger King, but if you're gonna spend that much money, there are so many better places you could go rather than a fast food place. This comment says, fast food prices are outrageous. I don't know how some people afford to get Uber Eats every day. Yeah, I don't get that. And you guys would be surprised how many people actually get Uber Eats every single day. But anyway, I think I'm going to call it there. I know this was a bit of a shorter video, but thank you for sticking with me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, and if we stop spending $20 at Five Guys all the time, then financial freedom will prevail. Bye.